Good evening, one and all. Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about function chaining in classes, basically. So basically, I'm going to be talking about what function chaining is in object-oriented programming. So let's get started with a small example. So let's make a simple class. I'm going to make a simple class, which is user, right? I'm going to make a constructor here. I'm going to say self. This constructor will take a email address. Okay, so let me do that. So I'm going to say self.email is equal to email. So I'm going to basically this constructor, as I said, it takes an email, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to define one more variable. It's going to be score. I'm going to default it to 0. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to define two methods. I'm going to have a login method. And I'm going to define a logout method. After that, I'm going to define a method called as update score. I'm going to just say update. What I'm going to do here in this method is, seems like the indentation is not working correctly. So let me do that. So I'm going to say self.score is equal to self.score plus 1. So I'm trying to explain you function chaining, okay? Give me one sec. Let me complete my code and then I'm gonna explain you. Okay, so my example is almost complete here. So now let me run this class and show you what I mean by function chaining. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna say if underscore name is equal to main. I'm gonna create an instance of that class. I'm gonna pass an email here. Now what I'm gonna show you is really interesting. So instance.login. When I call the login method, what do you expect to do? Of course it's gonna log in, right? It's gonna print login. Okay, but what if I wanna do chaining of these functions? So if I say logout, can I run this? Let's see. No, you can't, right? But how can I get this functionality done? I want to do some chaining. I want to do function chaining here. So how the hell do I even do it? So one way to even do it, before doing this, I want to explain you something about Python classes a bit. So what do you think that happens when I print instance? So for example, I'm calling the login. So it gives you an address where it gives you the address in the memory where this object is stored. So if I pretty much show you a dict object on this, so you see Python, so whenever you create a class, you have to use a constructor, right? So whatever attributes you use in the constructor, those are defaulted in a dictionary. So basically, if you want to do function chaining, what you want to do is you want to say return self. So basically you're returning this entire giant dictionary where it has attributes and also the method. So now you can do something like this. Check this out. Login, logout. So you can chain methods in a class. Basically, if you return the keyword self, that's what I was trying to get at. So hopefully this makes sense, right? Like what function chaining is. So of course you can also try this out. You can say return self. So now you can also do login, logout, or logout, login. See, so you print logout, login. So that's pretty much is function chaining in Python. Remember, the by default, as I said, all the objects are stored as a dictionary in Python. So that's why we use something called as slots. I have covered that in some videos. So if you want to know more, so if you say dict, so default stores into a slot. So if you want to save memory, what you can do, slots, and then you can say email. So you can do that one. guess I did a small mistake. So value error score in the slots conflicts with the class variable. I think I cannot put the score stuff, hopefully. Let me see. I guess I cannot put the score variable in slot because it's not used in the constructor initialization, right? So yeah, so I'm gonna remove slots for now. I don't want to complicate things much further. So yeah, that's pretty much I want to cover about like function chaining. So you return the keyword self and then you can chain function like this in Python. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If so, do give a like, and if you had any more questions, you would list your questions in the comments, and as usual I would be very happy to assist you. Thank you for watching.